Hey Pile Wands, how you doing? So this is your reading about how do other people see you. So what do people think of you? How do they perceive you? Um, they could be people that are already around you or when you first initially meet someone. So basically, how do other people see you? So this group chose this little mood. I did charms this time. I thought I'd get away from the crystals and things. This little mood charm. It's like a mood ring, but I think it's like a necklace actually. So we got that. As always, I usually start with the oracle cards that I usually pre-pull, but then I'll get into your tarot, and I'll try not to ramble on so much with the oracle cards like I have been. I try to keep it kind of sweet and short, the oracle anyway, but you know how I do. So we'll see. So we'll just get right to it. So this is a new oracle card deck that I got. It's pretty neat. It's just like a little modern kind of thing. It just has like just a few words on there. So I thought it would be neat because they're just descriptive words, a lot of them, and so I thought it would be neat. So this census is a reading about how others see you. So you got superhero. So you guys are superheroes. Oh. I've got goddess of knowledge. I've got trust. I've got the King of Wands. I've got the High Priest or the Hierophant in the regular Rider-Waite deck. So that would be the Hierophant, actually. For your moon card, I've got expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So not just a new moon, but a new moon eclipse. Powerful. Expect powerful change. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Interesting. I don't use these oracle cards a lot, but they're really pretty. I don't know. Anyway. I've got Indigenous Woman, or the Queen of Pentacles. Hold on, let me move these up here. I've got Toil and Labor. Put that here. I've got Gift. I've got I Am Celebrated. I've got I Have a Higher Purpose. And this new, another little fun oracle deck that I got, it's called the Millennium Tarot is actually what it's called. And it gives this descriptive word on the front, and then on the back it's like a little funny, I don't know, kind of little neat like qualities in the description of whatever this word or this person is. So you guys are the Fireball, which makes sense because, well, you got the King of Wands over here that represents fire, so that makes sense. So I'll read the back of that in just a second. So of course, what I'm seeing here, obviously, it's kind of obvious, is that you guys are the superheroes of these readings right here. Obviously, you are someone who people go to. You're like the go-to person. You are someone who is always very quick to help others. You're very giving. People see you as just that, whenever they have a problem or an issue, they're always calling upon you. because you are a very caring and nurturing person. Um, I'm also picking up you're very, very energetic. You have like a lot of energy. You're highly energetic. Like you can't sit still. You always have to be doing something. Um, you do like your alone time, but at the same time, it's like when you settle in for the night, you know, you do your thing and you don't mind being alone because you have to regroup. You have to regroup your energy. But during the day, I feel like you're very energetic, like you're always up doing something, like you have this nervous kind of energy about you. Um, I'm also getting, if I had to describe you, like what I'm picking up on as a superhero movie, I would probably compare you guys to like Spider-Man, because if you've ever watched any of the Spider-Man movies, um, you know how he is very, very energetic. Obviously, he's swinging on, you know, his web strings or whatever. But I have this. I'm picking up on that. People see you as very witty, or funny. Like you crack a lot of jokes, and you're really full of life, and people really feed off of that energy, and you're someone that, not that they don't just call upon, but they enjoy being around because you're so fun and you're vibrant and you're fiery, and you crack a lot of jokes, and you're always being silly and funny because like Spider-Man, if you know by watching his movies, that it seems that whenever he comes down like on his web or whatever, and he'll like, you know, scare people and like hello, or and then he'll like crack some joke or something, and then he'll start like doing his thing, and then, or when he's done with them, he'll be like, you know, see ya, you know, gotta go on to the next thing. So that's what I'm picking up on, and that's how people kind of see you. You're kind of in and out too. You're like in and out. Like you come over, they call upon you. You come over, you talk to them on the phone or whatever, and you kind of like solve their problem, or talk them through a situation or a problem, and then you're like, okay, gotta go, bye. It's just like, and it's like that quick, like, and then you're kind of leaving the other person like, woo, okay, bye, like, bye. It's like you got shit to do, you know what I mean? um so you're very, very intuitive people, obviously, because people who usually are a confidant, a person who's a confidant, they are very, that, you know, a lot of times they're very intuitive, they're very in tune with themselves, they've been through a lot in life. I feel like that people see you as being very knowledgeable. That goes with this goddess of knowledge. You're someone that they see as very knowledgeable. Obviously, that's why they're calling upon you for advice or what have you. You have a good heart. People see you as having a beautiful soul, beautiful heart. Not just beautiful on the inside, but beautiful on the outside as well. I feel like that people think that you just bring this light to their life, and you're very vibrant, and just your energy that you exude is just intoxicating to people. Um, yeah, so the goddess of knowledge, you definitely have been through a lot of things in life, which in turn gives you this special, I guess you could call it a gift, to be able to empathize with others and empathize with their situation, because you've probably been through a lot of their similar situations, so you give good advice, and that's one of the reasons. You've probably been through a lot more in life than, and gotten, you know, more of your fair share of I guess you could call them maybe not bad, I guess just experiences. A lot of them could have been not really necessarily bad, but just you've just been through a lot, and you're just a very strong minded person. You're a very strong person, strong minded. You don't take any shit from people either. People see you as, they do see you as like this calming energy, but at the same time you're very fiery. You know, like I said, like she's got this calming energy, but then she's got this flame in her mind, and her mind is constantly turning. It's like always a step, like a step ahead, just like a superhero would be. They're always one step ahead, and I think that people really admire how calm and cool and collected you can actually be, when even when you're in this very high energy, even though on the inside you may not feel that way, but on the outside you keep this, you exude this calmness, and you've learned to, it's because you've learned to control your emotions, and it hasn't always been that way. I feel like that it's, you've had to kind of almost learn, train yourself, excuse me, train yourself almost to, because of the situations that you have been in life. Therefore, you have the ability to kind of keep your emotions in check, even though, like I say, it doesn't always feel like that from the inside, but that's how people perceive you. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. So with the trust card, obviously people trust your opinions because you're very knowledgeable. Um, like I said, you've been through a lot, but it's funny because this group got this mood charm right here, and this is probably the negative part of your um, situation, or how people may perceive you. And this may actually be more of just your inner self, but it does come out. Like, you do have this ability to keep your emotions in check most of the time, but when that energy becomes too much, when you've dealt with too much of other people's energy and other people's problems, you soak that in. You have like this empathy. You're an empath, a lot of you. So it leaves you drained, and it can make you moody. Like, you can become a very moody person if you don't clear your energy, and if you don't take your alone time, and you don't take the time for yourself to clear out the energy, and to recognize what's your own, and differentiate between what's your own and what is someone else's, or a lot of other people. And this usually happens when you're dealing with a lot of people at once, like throughout the day, or even in a group. Like, if you're in a group setting, and you might be at your job, and you might have a meeting or something, and it's just like, it can be very overwhelming for you, and so it can make you quite moody at times. So, but I don't think it's really anything that people probably do pick up on that moodiness that you have, but the people that really know you and know you well understand what's going on with you, and that you need that space. So they have, like, people that are really close to you know when you've probably had enough, and that when you withdraw, that you need that space, and you need that alone time, because everyone's energy has just really got you drained, and you may actually even stay in that energy for quite some time, depending on how much you need to clear your mind. So the King of Wands, yeah, the King of Wands, he's very, like I said, very fiery, very energetic, very creative. People want to watch you. Like, you're somebody that people just want to watch you. Like, if you step into a room, then like heads turn, and you're just people just like want to watch you. They want to see what's going on with you. You might have a lot of, like, if you have social media, you might have a lot of people, like a lot of fans, or not really, I wouldn't call them stalkers, but people that just watch you. They want to know what's going on with you. They want to know what you're going to do next, or what you're going to say next, or you've always got this, just like I said, this silliness about you, this energy that you just like, people just want to watch you because they just don't know what you're going to say next. Like, you could just say anything, and I mean, out of nowhere, and people love that. You have this positive energy that is just, like I said, is intoxicating, and people just want to know what's going on with you. You know, people see you as very abundant. They see you as someone who has a lot of nice things, or you know, can make things happen very easily and for yourself. Like, people see you as someone that can take, you know, 10 cents and turn it into $1, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like your superpower, that you just one of those people that can manifest things very easily, or you kind of like, I don't know, kind of like have like a hustle, and you're like have a side hustle, and you could have many things going on at once, and they could be all something that you do for monetary gain or just for a hobby. But like I say, people just don't never know what you're going to come up with next, what you're going to do next. You're like this little ball of entertainment or something. So yeah, we've got the high priest, which is the Hierophant here, and like again, like I said, the Hierophant is about a mentor. Like a Hierophant is like a clergyman or a mentor, someone that people go to get advice, and yeah, so you make others feel better. You just make, like I said, you just have this light, this ray of light about you, and also too, with going back to what I was saying about people see you as like being very abundant and keeping your cool and your shit together, I guess, so to speak, is that people see you doing the right things, and it makes them want to copycat that. Like, you make people want to better themselves, and you make people, you give them this boost of energy. Like, if you're doing something and it's very fruitful for you, or creating a lot of abundance for you, then you have this ability to push other people to want to do the same things, not like literally the same things, but to push them to want to be more abundant, or push them to want to do something out of the norm, or explore your creativity more. It's like you just have like this energy that just makes people want to do, and they get this, they consume your energy. And that's another thing, is even when they don't, it's not meant to like steal your energy, but that's obviously why one of the reasons why people do, you know, enjoy your company so much, is because that energy that you give off, it just like fills them up, and it just makes them feel so good, and so everything, you know, kind of about you just like kind of gets sucked out of you, and it just like goes into this other person, and just, you know, creates this passion and fire inside of them. And that's where that moodiness can come into play. It's not just the other person's energy that you're taking in yourself, it's also the energy that's getting sucked out of you, that's putting that energy into that other person. Elsewise, you wouldn't be the superhero, right? Like, you wouldn't be someone who can potentially change someone's perspective about a certain situation and make them look at things differently. That wouldn't, you know, be like necessarily what a superhero does, right? Like, we kind of like save people when we're a superhero, and not just saving people like physically, but mentally. Not to say that you wouldn't save people physically. I feel like that you do take up for your friends, you take up for your family. People see you as very, you know, like, don't, you know, you better not pick on my friend kind of thing. Like, maybe when you were in school, if your friend was getting picked on or something, like I could see you as like being someone that would be like, okay, and then just like step in and be like, you're not gonna fuck with my friend, or quit fucking with my friend, or something like that. You don't like to see people hurting. You don't like to see people sad, and you kind of take up for the underdog, and people see you as one of those people that, you kind of take up for the underdog, and you're neutral. You're very neutral. Like, you don't take sides a lot, but you will fight for what's right. You will fight for what's right. If you see something that's not right and you see something that's wrong, you will stand up and fight. And you don't care who is there. You don't care if there's 50 people um, ganging up on you or whoever that you're taking up for. Like, you're ready to fight every one of them. Like, you don't care, because you will fight for what you believe in. And people think that that's, that it's really awesome that, that you're that type of person that would do that. Because I also feel like that some people do, sometimes people, when they first meet you, they take you the wrong way. They take you as kind of flighty and maybe a little bit abrasive until they get to know you. But yeah, like when you first meet people, that's what I'm picking up on. You're a little abrasive. People feel like that. Not, and I was getting ready to say snooty, but I don't think that that's probably the right term. More like quiet. Like when you first meet people, you're probably very quiet. You don't really say a lot because you're just trying to like soak up the energy, the feel of what's going on. So, or you're trying to pick up on the person's energy that you just met to try to feel them out and see, like you just have this ability to, what am I trying to say? Just pick up on somebody. You can see, like, you can kind of see through people. So you're just kind of like feeling out the atmosphere, and it doesn't have to be people. It can be just the places that you go. You're trying to feel things out, and that you can have this quiet energy about you at first, and then once they get to know you, they realize, oh wait, this girl is actually like, or guy or whoever is actually like so cool and so chill and just a beautiful person, and they really enjoy being around you, and listening to your jokes, and being silly, and all these things. So then we'll move on to the dance with life. Yeah, people see you as somebody that, obviously, you're creative. You might like to dance, or sing. People see you as like I said, this energy, this high energy. But also it says do something to change your energy, and I think that goes back to, like I said a while ago, about the moodiness that you can gain, that you get from other people's bullshit, and so when that drains you, you have to pull that energy back. You have to pull your energy back. So dancing might be something that you do to bring your energy back. Singing, something creative, something that you like to do that helps you align and get your balance back, because yeah, you have to do something for yourself, even if it's just like a warm bath, or something like that. Like, again, and I'm saying very intuitive, because we've got the moon up here, which represents intuition. I feel like a lot of you are kind of maybe, like I said, you're empaths. You're very in tune with your intuition. You're very in tune with yourself, your vibrations, and people realize that they know that you are going to give them, you're going to be a straight shooter, you know what I mean? When they do call upon you, that you're not going to just give them some BS, that whether it's whatever it is that you say is good or bad, or you just don't sugarcoat anything. And I think that people really respect that about you. The new moon an eclipse, new moon eclipse, sorry. It says, expect powerful change. And really, the word that stands out right there in that sentence or statement is powerful. You're just a powerful force. You know, you, like I said, you just exude this light and you have this aura that's just, like I said a while ago, very intoxicating. And you're very strong. And when you get knocked down, which isn't very often, you have this ability to get right back up. Like, you don't stay down for very long at all. Which wasn't always the case, I feel like, that you've really had to in life, you know, trudge through things that were uncomfortable and just situations that left you very sad and situations that left you very broken that you had to really pick yourself up out of. But it used to not always be that way. Like, it took you a while to get back up and stand back up, but those experiences have made you stronger, and so you're a force to be reckoned with. You know, you're a very powerful force, and there's not too many things that can actually keep you down at all. So yeah, like, again, very soothing aura, very healing. You're just a very healing person. Like, people just want to be in your presence. um, you know, that with this indigenous woman, this is actually the Queen of Pentacles. If you notice, she has a child with her, and she's got like this really pretty like turquoise jewelry on and these vibrant colors. And I feel like that people think that you dress well, like the way you dress is very different. Like, it's you don't you're stylish, very stylish, but you like to wear things that are different than the norm. And so people think that you have this style about you, this really unique style. Like, you could take pieces of like a, you know, jacket and you know, jeans and put a scarf with it and like layer and like many layers. Or and then like the next day you could wear, you know, jeans and, you know, the same jacket with a different top and the different shoes and just make it a totally different look. Like, you're just kind of like stylish like that. Like, you know how to put things together. I feel like people think that you're very motherly. Of course, you're very motherly. And that's another reason why people turn to you, because you're very, you like to mother people, not just give them advice, but you like to take care of people. You want to take care of them. And in your home, I feel like people think that you're very someone who takes the time to decorate their home. I swear, if this were any pile, like this, if I had to choose a pile that was like more resonating with myself, like, this would be the one. This would, like, pile one for me. Somebody who likes to decorate and make their home look nice, smell nice, um, fill their home with lots of nice things. And people see you as somebody that's you can be kind of up in the clouds, but at the same time you can be very stable and very grounded too. And they think that that's really cool because you have this balance. You keep this balance of being up in the clouds and then being grounded at the same time, and people really respect that, and they really think that that's neat, that you have the ability to keep that balance even when you are moody. Yeah, they see you as someone very stable. You might do like a little bit of feng shui or something. You might be into that. I'm not necessarily into that so much. It's not that I'm not into it. It's just I like things in places, and that everything has a place. But I think that for this group, for some of you, you do like feng shui or, you know, things like that, or you might be like a little bit of OCD, obsessive compulsive, like with things, and you just like have to like straighten and you know, like you could sit and fidget with something like 50 times before it's actually looks right or what have you, which I have a little bit of that. But for this group, I feel like that's might be where, like when I said earlier that your energy, like you're very energetic and you're always up doing something. Like I could totally see this group as being somebody that you could sit down for like 2 seconds and then you would see something and it would drive you insane, and then you'd have to go fix it, and then next thing you know you're on to something else, and then it just like goes on from there. It like unravels from there. Toil and labor, like I said earlier, you manifest. You're a great manifester. You can take something and turn it into something totally different and something totally new and pretty, and yeah, you're just a hard worker. You work hard for what you have. You just stay on top of things, and people really respect that. And like I said, it's like they want to look at you and just watch you and then see what you're up to next. Like this woman, she's in like a silk factory or something, like a fabric. She's making some kind of fabric or something, and that kind of goes back with what I was saying about dressing. People seeing how you dress and you're very fashionable. That kind of goes back with that. You see this woman, in this like clothing factory, and she's putting some kind of something together. Obviously, she's weaving something together and creating something that's new and different and unique, and people really like to see that. They really like watching that. So for gift, of course, that's obvious. Of course, you love to give. Like I said earlier, you love to give to others. You don't give to receive either. You never give. And I mean, even though it's nice to receive, but you never have this expectation that you're going to get anything in return, whether it's your time or energy or just a physical gift that you're giving. But I feel like that for this group, you don't talk a whole lot about your own life, and it's not that you don't get a chance to. Well, I mean, sometimes that may be the case, but it's just most of the time it's because you choose not to. You don't give a lot of information, and you don't talk a lot about yourselves and your situations and troubles and trials and things that you've been in your life, because you kind of see it as kind of pointless, I guess, in a sense. And so if you notice this with this package, like these hands, and they have like this light coming off of them when they're given this package. And so it's almost like you are a healer, but at the same time, as you're giving this gift to people, it's almost like you're healing yourself. If that makes sense at all. It's like you're healing yourself, and that's actually your counseling, I guess you could say. That's what makes you feel better about certain situations in your life. And when you're not actually speaking about those, like for most people, like when they're getting that advice and that's making them feel better, you actually giving them that gift and giving them that advice actually helps you to heal too. Yeah, so you don't really mind so much, is what I'm trying to say. You don't really mind so much. It's only when you've taken on too much. And that goes back with the high energy thing. When you're in, you're out, because so many people call upon you. It's like, you do really just gotta go. It's just you've got to go take care of the next person, or somebody else calls upon you, and you're like, I've got to, go help this person, and I got to do that. So it's like, okay, I'm done here. Bye. See you later. And you might crack a joke or something and then be on your way. I am celebrated. Yes, you are. Very much so. People do celebrate you. They're thankful that you're in their life. They, see you as somebody that's very just like I said, like this light, like this presence, this high, like light, this beam of light that just gives them this sense of purpose, and just makes them just feel so much better, and just like, I don't know, just lights them up, and it makes them want to be more like you. And people do celebrate you. They celebrate you for being in their life, and they have a lot of gratitude towards you. um I also am picking up that you are someone that likes to celebrate. You like to have parties, perhaps, because there's like this confetti, and she's kind of dancing, and this like confetti coming down, and people might see you as somebody who plans like parties really well, like you're a good party planner. um you always have like really good food, and like if they came over to a party or a gathering, like you really put it together nicely. Like you have to have, don't have to have, but you like the, the decorations and the planning, and all of those things that then you like to celebrate. You just like to celebrate life. You're not someone who hones in or just constantly harps about the negative aspects of your life, or the negative things that go on in life. You're someone who likes to celebrate life, and people just are drawn to that. And that kind of goes back with like the dancing thing. Looks like she's kind of dancing there. You're just fun to be around. You're just a fun person. When people go out, like to say a bar or a club or something like that, or a concert, you're just one of those people that are just so fun to be around. You can get a little wild and crazy, and you bring out this like childlike side in them, and they think that that's really cool. They definitely think that you're just a cool person, like just a fun person. I don't know. And you're funny. Like, I have a feeling that you guys are just funny as hell. Oh wait, I wanted to do this one too. Sorry. I have a higher purpose. So yeah, like with this picture, you can see here how this woman is, she's looking up to the stars or the sky, or what have you. And it's like, for a lot of you, you know that you were put on this earth. You know that you were brought here to help people. It's like, you're not, I shouldn't say stupid, but to the fact that you know that you're here for a reason. You know you have a higher purpose. Like, you already know that your purpose here in this life is to help others. And sometimes it can be bothersome, because you're like, why me? Why do I have to be that person that has to, go save everybody all the time? Like, why do I have to be the superhero all the time? Why can't I be the one who's being saved sometimes? And sometimes I feel like that's sometimes I feel like that as much as you do like to help others, and it does heal you, at the same time, when it draws your energy out, it does make you feel a little bit like just asking the question why. You have this purpose here, but you're kind of like, why me? Why do I have to do this job? It can be very exhausting at times. But then you do your thing, and then you pick right back up where you left off. Because if you didn't have this gift, and you didn't know your higher purpose, then what would be the point of living this life, right? Because that just makes up who you are. So then we've got this last oracle card here, which is the fireballer. That's you, like, totally, like I said a while ago, going back to, like, I am celebrated. Like, you're the one who's planning the party. You're the one that's always like, let's do shots, or let's, go party, or let's go dance, or you're like the life of the party, and everybody loves to be around you, and you know, if you're going out somewhere, they want to come along, and you're really fun, just a fun person to be around. So it says qualities, persuasive, which is, you know, makes sense for this group because you can be very persuasive in what you say to people. You try to persuade people to go into a certain direction, and it may not always be, the right way for them. But you know, if they're getting your advice and you're giving it, and you're going to be a straight shooter, but at the same time, it's like you don't try to persuade somebody into something that you don't feel like is right for them, and you're not afraid to tell them that. But at the same time, you can be persuasive, but at the same time, you're when you are giving advice, you know, you always say, okay, well, you can do what you want, but blah 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 blah. But most of the time, I feel like people take that advice and they run with it. So yeah, it says persuasive, loud. I guess you could be kind of loud when you're out with your friends. It says description. Boot and rally is not a phrase that. But I'm sorry. Let me start over. Boot and rally is not a phrase, but a way of life. Your insistent voice and boundless energy brings life to the party. You will bring people joy, but will you suspect when they do not want to take 5 consecutive group shots? So that's pretty funny there. And then it says place, low-key gathering. Like I said, you want a low-key gathering because you don't want to be consumed by too many other people's energy. And it says your totem is an aux cord. So yeah, you definitely have someone that likes to listen to music. Music really helps to bring you back, bring your energy back, draw your energy back. Like I said a while ago, you might like to sing, listen to music. It really helps you to draw your energy back and puts you in a good mood. For a lot of you, probably are somebody that sings a lot in your car, jamming out. You like to turn the radio up, and some of you might just go for a drive just in order to do that, you know, just to clear your mind and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's funny. Will you bring people joy, but will you respect when they do not want to take 5 consecutive shots in a row? Because you would totally be like someone, like I say, you know, you're out partying, or you're at a bar, or you're at a gathering or something, and you could totally be like, oh, come on, guys, just one more, you know, just one more shot, fireball. So we've got all this fire going on, this fiery energy, you know. So, so that's your oracle. So we'll get to your tarot and see what else it says, which I'm sure that, like I said, it will probably be a lot of the same things, but we'll see what else. How other people see you. So, and also too, this could be, you know, how you see yourself, you know, too, at the same time. Or these may be things that you didn't know that maybe you hoped that people would see in you, but you never really were sure, because maybe people don't say a lot. They may not say thank you enough, and so sometimes it, you know, like that might be another reason why you're like, why me? Why do I have to be the chosen one for this job, or what have you? But yeah, so like if you didn't know a lot of those things, then I guess now you do, huh? And see, we will see what else comes up here. This one I'm going to do a cut, and we might even get like clarifier cards if I need to, which I may, because sometimes I do. I'm going to do a cut on these, because these don't like to fly out too much, because this card stock on these are a lot thicker, so I usually just cut these cards. So I'm going to just do I'm trying to figure out how many cards I want here. I'll probably just do 5. So we've got the King of Swords, which makes sense because the King of Swords is very a good, look, I cannot talk tonight. A good communicator. We've got the World. We've got the Eight of Wands. This is like so perfect for you guys. Like, it's like everything I just basically said, and here it is. The Hanged Man and the Chariot. So again, we'll start with the King of Swords. Again, you know, you're a good communicator. You keep your cool. On the outside, this person is put together. This person is strong. This person is wise. You can see the owl. Wise, strong, keeps it together, very in their thoughts. You guys are very in your thoughts. Like, whenever I said earlier about being, quiet person when you first initially meet someone, and this can also be when you're drawing your energy back also. Like, he has this look on his face, like, woo, like, what did I just go through there? Like, what the heck did I just come out of, kind of energy. And if you notice, he's kind of on a boat, like a sailboat maybe, or looks like he's on some kind of boat. He's in the water, and there's these mountains in the background. So again, that could go along with like this in and out energy. You feel like you're constantly on the move, like you're moving. Even when you're not moving, you feel like you're moving because your mind is always moving. This guy's got his eyes closed, so like I said, again, he's drawing back that energy and gaining his center back, gaining his balance back to where it needs to be, and recognizing, like I said again, what is his own energy and what is the energy of others. You're very logical too. People see you as someone who's very logical. You speak with logic. Your reasoning is very what's the word? I don't know, you just have this, like, your points of view and your perspective just makes sense. You can make sense of things very, very easily. It's like you have this very common sense about you. Not only are you very wise beyond your years and smart in so many different areas, like, you know a little bit about a lot of things. Actually, you know a lot of things about a lot of things. And so you're somebody who can reason very easily. And even though you do, and you will fight, and you will stand up and fight for what you believe in, I feel like that you're also someone who doesn't like conflict. You don't want to be conflicted with people. You don't like that. You really don't. You will, but at the same time, you don't like to. Because you are somebody who's very peaceful, and you just want to see everyone happy and abundant. You don't want to see other people hurt. So that's why you are such a fighter, because you will stand up for what's right. And you just have this, really good reasoning about you. You can be a good mediator, maybe. Kind of the go-between, I guess, so to speak. And people probably do put you in those situations a lot too, where you're kind of this go-between, like, person, like a mediator, so to speak, to kind of someone neutral, someone that has neutral ground, that's not biased to one side or the other. But when people do put you in that position, it's like you get sick of it after a minute, and you're just like, okay, you two duke it out. You know what I mean? It's like after a minute of not being able to resolve or help resolve an issue, you're like, okay, like if this is going to go on like this, then you guys can just fight it out, kind of thing. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting with that. And the world card is the very last card of the major arcana cards. And the world is about an ending and new beginnings. So if you see here, like I said earlier, the tarot is all about the fool's journey, right? So the fool's journey, you know, after he's been through all of these things and in life, they, you know, the fool, and it ends with the world, and we've learned all these lessons, right? We've learned all these things that make us who we are, and make us wiser, and for make us better people, and we get to start all over again, right? So that's what the world talks about. It talks about an ending to cycles. She's in this hoop, you see. It's an ending of cycles, and that's what I said earlier, is you guys have been through many cycles, lots of cycles. And she also has this light above her head, and she's looking up. Kind of goes back again with what I was saying earlier about how in tune with yourselves you are. You know that you were here for a reason. You know that you were here for a higher purpose. And you're kind of looking, this person's looking up, smiling, this girl is, and she knows that she has this higher purpose. But I'm also picking up on the energy of, okay, what, I gotta go through this again, you know what I mean? Like here we go again. And she's, you know, on this hoop, and she's very balanced. Like I said earlier, she's very balanced. She's not even hanging on to either side, and she's really kind of like, she has one foot off, and she's on like her tippy toes on this hoop. It's like very easy for her to just stay balanced. Like she does it with such ease and grace, and people, like I say, love to watch that. It's like you're almost like your own little circus or something. I don't know. Don't take that in a wrong way or a bad way, but just you're entertaining. You're just so entertaining. Like you fall down, and then you get right back up, and it's like, oh God, what's she gonna do next, or what's he gonna do next, you know, kind of thing. And yeah, so like you just been through all these cycles in life, and there's not a whole lot that can keep you down, for sure. You're so very balanced. You have that balance of kind of being up in the clouds and being grounded at the same time, and you've just been through many cycles in your life. That's what helps you to help others, right? So we've got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about fast moving energy, like everything's coming in at once. You know, look at all the wands, like you've got 8 wands like coming at you at once, okay? And they're like spears, you know, just piercing you. And that goes back to what I said earlier about just too much energy. If too many people are calling upon you, then, and it's just very overwhelming, and it creates this like kaboom. If you see, like, it's like a fireworks in the background there, and it's like before you know it, you've done like exploded. And you may, you know, like I said, that causes that moodiness, and you might actually do explode on some people sometimes. Like it's like you pick like the wrong person on the wrong day or something like that. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like that 8th wand could actually be like the straw that broke the camel's back, and then you're like, okay, I've had it. Like just, and that person could have like the best of intentions, and you're just like going, and you'll just like fly off the handle just because they were the like I said, the straw that broke the camel's back. And then you could leave maybe that person feeling like, what the fuck did I do? you know, and so you may have to like apologize a lot to people, that you feel like you have to apologize to people for that, which you really shouldn't. But anybody that knows you well enough knows that, okay, he or she's just having a bad day. She's just very overwhelmed. He or she, whoever you are very overwhelmed, and this has just gotten to be too much for them, and so I better back off. She's probably been, doing 50 billion things today, and blah, 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 blah. But you eventually, apologize, and they know that you didn't mean it, and you'll come around. And so, it's just like that fast, and the fast moving energy is always being on the go, always having to do something, and be, you can't sit still for very long. And, but yeah, so all that coming at you at once. The Hanged Man. This one, I'm a little confused by, so I'm going to have to get a clarifier card for that. But what I'm picking up on a little bit is the balance that she has right here. Like I said earlier, you're like this like little 3-ring circus or something. Like people are always ready for what you're going to do next. And that might be what this card is representing. Like she's standing on the hoop and she's balancing here, and then she's going to go over here and she's going to swing off this little piece of fabric and do like a back bend and touch the water and make it glow. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you just never know what you're going to do next. And like again, people see you as very intelligent. You're very intellectual, and like I said, imbalanced. And if you notice too, this girl, she's kind of got like this funky little outfit on. She's got like these green pants with this gray shirt and these black sandals, but somehow it seems to work for her, right? Like, you just have that style and unique style about you. So we've got a lot of 3s here, actually. We've got a couple of 3s. So I've been really trying to incorporate some numerology into my reading. So 2 plus 1 is 3, which is the Hanged Man, and then the World card is 21, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So we got 2 3s here, so we can look to see what that means. But again, like I'm just feeling like, and she's got jewelry on, she's pretty stylish, hanging there by a thread. And I feel like that when she does let go, she's also going to do some kind of little flipping trick and, land it just perfect. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, there's not a lot that can keep you guys down. And even if she did fall on her face, she'd be like, oh, yeah, I meant to do that. And then just kind of get right back and up, and then just go on with her routine or go on with her day. So yeah, even if you and it's like you enjoy this, you're like enjoying those moments of life and what life can bring, and those, it's like you even like the challenges. Like you want to be challenged, you need to be challenged. Like life would be so freaking boring for you if you weren't being challenged. And so you kind of, you're laying suspended there in the air, but you're gonna flip off of that and land perfectly. You just, that's how I'm seeing it right now, but we'll get a clarifier for that. And then the Chariot, of course, the Chariot, still that fast moving energy, right? Coming in quick. And look, this guy even looks like freaking Spider-Man. Look at that shit. I can't just make that up. Like, he's got on like blue pants and like some kind of red, that's funny, like some kind of red something around a necklace or something, or maybe a bag of some sort, like a flask maybe, it kind of looks like, I don't know, but the flask is like red, and then his pant, and then he's like bent down like Spider-Man does. Isn't that funny? I just said that while ago that you guys reminded me of Spider-Man, like he's getting ready to pounce on somebody, right? And these horses are really moving fast, and he looks like that he's getting ready to jump at any given moment, and probably crack a joke. You know what I mean? Like I say, the Chariot is also about it's an in and out energy too. Like I'm in, I'm out. It's also about victory. The chariot can be about victory, like you're coming in on your chariot, and that can go back to what I was saying earlier, also about how, you know, people see you as somebody who's very victorious, like you have a lot of nice things, and you're very abundant, and you have that ability to be victorious and be like this master of whatever it is that you're doing. And like I said, people just find that entertaining, and not only are they watching you to see what you're up to, but they notice that you do it well. Like you do it so well, and you do it with ease and grace, and yeah. So like I say, it's just like you're just victorious. People think that you just bring along with you this victory, and they know that when they're around you, that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, if as long as they're around you, that they're going to be just victorious. Like they're just going to have a great time, or they're just going to just, you know, have fun and not focus on negativity all of the time, and things like that. It's just going to be a great time, and but yeah, so there's a little bit of chaos going on back in the background, and it doesn't stop him, right? And he keeps going. So that's what I'm getting with that. But I am going to clarify just really quick what this Hanged Man is. I just want to see what this Hanged Man is about, like really quick. That's what I was picking up on, but I have the feeling, I don't know why, that there's like something else going on there. So, clarify this Hanged Man for me, please. Let's clear, oops. Let's try that again. Clarify this Hanged Man, or whatever else comes out. Whatever else comes about. I mean, there might be more than one card, but we'll see. Just whatever comes out. So, let me hear. Alright. Tell me about this Hanged Man. See if it's the right kind of energy that I was picking up on a while ago. Like, I'm sure it probably is, but I just want to see if there's something else. Oh. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Like, the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very loving, nurturing, you know, very intuitive, highly intuitive, loves taking care of others, very motherly. She is the queen, after all. She's the one that keeps everybody in check, keep those emotions in check. Like I said earlier, she's calm, she's cool, she's collected. She's calm, she's cool, she's collected. You know, even though she's hanging on this like rope or fabric or what have you, she's still keeping her cool, right? And she's still got that ray of light, because she always knows that whatever comes her way is going to turn out. It's always going to turn out in her favor, because she knows she has a higher purpose here. And the Queen of Cups, you know, she's very in her emotions, very much in her emotions. But look, she keeps it together, right? Like I said earlier, she keeps it together. She keeps everybody together. Like, I didn't mean to do that. She holds down fort, you know what I mean? When it comes to emotional stability and emotional intelligence, right? Because like she can be moody if she's upside down. Like if she would have came out like this, then she would be, you know, in her moodiness, her moody aspect, or her moody mood. That makes sense. She'd be in her moody mood, you know. But when she's upright, she's just at her best, and that's just how people see you, because you don't let those emotions show a lot. You do, but you don't. You don't give off your anxiety and your angst. you don't show that, even though you may be feeling that inside. You don't show a lot of angst, okay? The people that you do show that to are people who are very, very, very close to you. And even then, it's very hard for you to kind of open up sometimes. But sometimes you kind of have to. But here, these all kind of fell out. I'll be damned. The Chariot. Look at this. The Chariot. I can't just make this shit up, you guys. Like, the Chariot and the Chariot. Look here, the High Priestess. Highly intuitive, highly in touch with her intuition, her inner self. What did we have a while ago over there? We had the High Priest, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. I mean, how better can it be? How much more mentoringship can you get from from a person, right? If you don't take, if people don't go and take your advice, I just don't even know. They may as well just forget it, right? Then we've got death. Like, death not meaning literally, death as in the end. Like the world over here, the end. It's like, you end it, you end this whatever, this cycle in your life. And it's like, once you end this cycle in your life, you gain this knowledge again to help other people in this life. So you come in quick, you're in, you're out, you're done. Bye. See you later. I got shit to do. You're gone again. And then you start over. Okay? Let's get one more card. Let's see. One more card. These are my group ones. Yeah. Look, the Queen of Pentacles. We just had that a while ago, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the most abundant queen of them all. Okay, she's got her emotions are balanced. Her emotions are in check. She's fiery. She's feisty. She's energetic. She's creative, right? She's very intellectual. She's a great communicator. And not only that, she is abundant. Just look at all this abundance she's got. But she's not boastful about it either, though. She's not boastful. She wants to help other people. She wants to help others gain this abundance and be happy in this life. You know what I mean? She's not one to toot her own horn, so to speak. But yet, she does covet somewhat her things, but she's not boastful about it, and she wants other people to have all this. You see, I mean, that's what ruling over Pentacles is. When you're a ruler over this stable environment, you have to keep it stable, right? Or else your castle or your environment or your house or your home, right? When the energy's off, when the energy is off, how can you rule, right, over your own existence, over your own circle, over your own people? You know what I mean? And that's how she rules. That's how she rules. That's how she's the queen, because she keeps that balance. She keeps the balance, and she keeps the balance for those who she loves, and that's definitely this group. So yeah, so I'll leave it there. Pretty good. I mean, this is probably like, you guys are awesome. You guys really are superheroes, okay? So I will see you next time. Love you. Bye.